And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the World Series of Bowling, Mark Roth-Marshall Holman Doubles Championship. This is the bowling guy. Joining match one already in progress, Jason Couch, his partner Mike DeVaney, up here in the second frame. And Couch with the strike. He picked DeVaney as his partner. There's Mike. First World Series of Bowling telecast for both players. They're bowling Mike Scroggins and Dick Allen here in this opening match. And DeVaney keeps them perfect through 3 frames. Here's the score. DeVaney, Couch, perfect through 3. Scroggins and Allen off to a little bit of a rough start. Trailing by 31 pins. Really need to get going here with a strike in the 3rd frame. Dick Allen. And a half 10. That's not what they were looking for there. Dick Allen called this team Team Skull in the warm-up selection show. And they're getting their skulls thumped right now. No problem on the spare. And now Scroggins up here in the 4th. Trying to get their team's first strike match. It's also Scroggins' first television appearance here at the World Series of Bowling. And there it is, their first strike. And there you see it, 48 in the 3rd, strike up in the 4th. Couch and DeVaney can take a commanding lead with a couple more strikes here. So the format here is it's stepladder. The winner of this match will face Jason Belmonte and Pete Weber. And the winner of that match will face McClelland and Simonelli as Couch gets it started with a ham bone. He and DeVaney out to a huge lead early. And after that 3rd match, the winner will advance to the ESPN televised finals this Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. DeVaney looking to make it 5, and he gets it. So these guys off to a huge lead here in this opening match of the stepladder. 52-pin lead through 4.5 frames. And really, it's time now for Dick Allen. Here it is. His first strike of the game for Team Skull. And that cuts the lead back down to 42. And Scroggins can cut it down another 10 with a turkey. Scroggins from Amarillo, Texas. It's written there on the back of his jersey. Yeah, he can't get the 7 out. So it's not looking good right now for Scroggins and Dick Allen. Couch and DeVaney have yet to miss, just jumping all over their opponents. It's looking they're going to be the ones that are going to take on Belmonte and Weber here in game number 2. There's a scoreboard. Scroggins and Allen still have a possible 237. Couch and DeVaney already on a 240 pace, so really just need to stay clean and throw a few strikes in there, and they're going to be moving on. And there's the first miss. 6-pin for Couch. Jumps a little bit high on him, but a pretty good shot. And that's what they need to do from here on out. Just keep making good shots and stay clean. And that's going to put pressure on Allen and Scroggins to strike out every time they miss. It takes more and more pressure off of Couch and DeVaney. Couch cross lane at the spare. No trouble. So, still clean through 6 frames. 5-bagger, 9 spare. Big lead for Jason Couch and Mike DeVaney. DeVaney has another World Series of Bowling appearance coming up in the Elite Players Championship. And a half 10 for DeVaney. Good quality shot there. Just make the spare and keep the pressure on Allens and Scroggins to strike out, because they're in a must situation at this point. Just don't let them off the hook. I've seen a few spares missed here at the World Series of Bowling on this particular television pair, but no trouble there for DeVaney. And get a look at our scoreboard. 158 through the 6th for Couch and DeVaney. That puts them on a 238 pace. Scroggins and Allen can shoot is 237. So must strikes here for Dick Allen and Mike Scroggins. And that can't get the 10 to fall. So just one strike here on this right lane for Dick Allen. You can see the disappointment written all over his face. He makes the spare again, but spares at this point in the match are not going to do it. Scroggins and Allen really need strikes. And really, if they don't strike here, you got to think that this match is all but over. And Scroggins keeps their hopes dimly alive. So look at our scoreboard. Couch taking a re-rack here. Just looking to close the door. And that'll help. Another strike there for Couch.
Taping a bevel knife.
Goes over to confer with Mike Calderon. Ebonite's ball rep. Yeah, they're at the point now where they're just talking strategy. They're talking about what to do for the next match, what the next transition's going to be, how the shot's holding up on the left side there for Jason. So DeVaney has a little bit of a chance to experiment as well. Good shot there. Pops the 10 out. This match is over, folks. Couch and DeVaney are going to move on. Scroggins and Dick Allen are going to finish 8th. In this Roth-Marshall Holman PBA Doubles Championship. There's a strike for Allen. A little too late. Dick's going to have a chance to defend his Dick Weber Playoffs title from last season here in a few weeks. Be able to watch that live exclusively on Extra Frame the last weekend in March. Big first prize there. And it's going to bring all the regional players together with all the players from the national tour. Should be a great event. And it's exclusively on Extra Frame, the last of our Extra Frame tour stops this PBA Tour season. And Scroggy just finishing up here. There's a nice strike there, but Scroggins and Allen, good week for them at the doubles. 8th place finish. 216 their final score. All Couch needs to do is keep it on the lane, and they'll move on to face Jason Belmonte and Pete Weber. There's another strike, and that locks it up, guys. There's a handshake there from Dick Allen and for Scroggins. And Couch and DeVaney will move on. Be taking on the two-hander, Jason Belmonte from Australia and PDW, U.S. Open champion. Should be an exciting match. Couch getting a look at another piece of equipment here. Look pretty good. So there it is, guys. Big 268. They'll move on to face Jason Belmonte and Pete Weber.